Well, it's certainly common in our modern life that people want to be more strategic. That is a goal that many people have. And also, to your point, many people's bosses want their employees to be more strategic. These are things we hear all the time. But there is some confusion about what exactly is meant by that. What is this holy grail that we're seeking? Ultimately, I think part of the appeal of being more strategic is that we all feel so incredibly busy. I mean, there's probably almost no professional out there that doesn't feel a little overwhelmed, overworked, like they're constantly struggling to keep up. And the promise of strategy is that if you do it right, if you're thoughtful about what you need to do and what you need to accomplish and how to get there, you can often solve many of the problems upstream. You can eliminate entire tasks that you might have thought you needed to do, or you can delegate certain things or decide to close off possibilities in a way that makes your life better and simpler so that you don't have to keep running. You can actually be just as effective, if not more effective, by doing less because you have taken the time at the outset to make the right decisions rather than just scrambling and doing everything and hoping that it works. So something that, again, people talk about wanting to do, but very few people actually implement, is taking time on a periodic basis, whether it's taking an hour on Fridays at the end of the week or taking a half a day once a month, whatever the interval is, to actually prioritize your activities and determine what is essential, what has to happen this next week, or what is the highest and best use of my time. Very few people actually are willing to make those decisions, and it doesn't take a lot. It's not that strategy takes some enormous amount of time. All it requires is that you're willing to step back long enough to separate yourself out from the fray. Because what happens instead is that if you are not consciously and proactively setting the parameters for what you want to accomplish, you're constantly in reactive mode, and you are doing all the things everybody else thinks you should be doing. You're answering emails all day. You're responding to emergencies that may not actually be that important. And it means that even if you feel busy and burned out at the end of the day, you may have made no progress whatsoever on what you actually consider to be most important. So fundamentally, strategy is about the habit and the practice of being willing to take a small amount of time to step back and prioritize. And it's about having the emotional courage to make choices to do certain things and not do certain things. I think that's the other crucial factor, is that many people don't have the emotional fortitude to be willing to say no. And they end up suffering downstream consequences because they'll do everything, but they'll do it badly, or they'll do it late, or they'll do it ineffectively, rather than choosing where they can really excel.